This is Dan Riley for Passionate World Internet Radio. As someone with a disability, I saw higher education's failures from a frightening perspective, none of which will I go into here. With no attention paid to disability rights in the culture wars, I want to warn my listeners we may have been conned by the two respective parties in Washington, D.C. I can assure them nowadays Democrats and Republicans take on culture war issues on the campaign trail more to get elected, not to protect our interests. It's about power. Nowadays, it's about ego. It's not about what's right. Conservatives defend gun usage in spite of shootings and make tired excuses for Donald Trump's behavior. Liberals cancel Dr. Seuss and kid themselves history will celebrate them for it. Both parties have left tens of millions in poverty. Both childishly censor literature in schools in certain cases. And yet we still expect these people to give us reason to get out of bed in the morning. Neither Donald Trump nor AOC care for the people they voted for. They care for the chance to get on Time magazine. They care about paychecks, which are paid for by our taxes. Over the last decade, I have seen some of the most embarrassing, disgusting behavior on both sides of the aisle and was left stunned when Donald Trump became president. I have seen situations that leave us to wonder if politics nowadays is more about being a bully than it is about fixing things, and I'm afraid we've reached that point. Nowadays, I fear that when people are talking about the risk of civil war, they don't understand not only the consequences, but that they've basically been tricked in some way. Things have gotten so bad that in spite of everything, we still expect things to get better. Some expect Donald Trump to fix things in spite of all the trouble he's caused. And others, in both camps, fail to understand freedom of speech exists for a reason in the United States. We can only hope sooner rather than later that we'll realize the joke was on all of us, and it was played on us by the two major political parties in Washington, D.C. This is Dan Riley. Thank you so much for tuning in, and so long.